we asked in the pre-show how everyone was deploying Office, and there's a couple different ways. So let's talk about really quickly, because we have a lot to go over. The way that looks like most people are deploying it, which is this blog that we have up. It's called Office 365 the right way, and we're just going to jump down to the bottom third, and it's using PDQ to install Office. So quickly, I'm going to try to cover this as fast as I possibly can.
Yes.
I told her she has 30 seconds.
I have 30 seconds. You ready? It's basically this. You download the Office deployment tool. You pick your favorite little place. I put it on the desktop, called it ODT. It's going to download a really small application. When you extract it, it's going to extract this exe and then a config. But that's not good enough for me, because me, I like to customize everything. So then I found this Office customization tool. This is basically the instructions of how you want to deploy and what applications you want to deploy. Okay, so you walk through this, you'll see it's Microsoft, so there's 17,000 different things you have
Options.
to check off,
Yep.
right? This was painful for me, but that's me. Anyway, so check all this off. Then you're going to export this. Guess where it's going to go? Same location. Here's mine. Here's my little XML. Okay. So I did a bunch of reading on this, and Drew is going to include this. It's Microsoft, so you guessed it, also painful. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a couple more. I found everything you ever wanted to know, but here's really what you need to know. And this is, in fact, in the article, so you can go step by step by step. You're going to attach the installer. Then you're going to attach the XML, which again is the instruction manual, right? This is a little bit interesting. You're also going to attach the XML as the parameter. Exactly.
Yeah, because the
Did I make it, Drew? Did I make it?
Minute 30.
Oh,
Greg was even
man.
timing you in the chat.
Oh, crap. Okay. Anyway,
Better hand it off.
now here is Marcel to show us a different way. Hi, Marcel.
Hi, everyone. I would like to show you a bit different way to upgrade Office, because Tara was talking about installation of Office. The steps are very similar. Mostly, like 95%, it's the same list of to-dos you have to do. But there is a little twist at the beginning, and I would like to show you how you can uninstall the previous version, which you will have to get rid of because it isn't supported. There is one thing that Microsoft did with Office 2016 and 2019. They shortened the lifespan of the software, the support, to 5 years. So since 2019, 2021, and 2024, offices have only 5 years support. So to move along, I will share my screen to show you what's going on. You have seen this website?
Yep.
Yep. It's the Office deployment tool. What it does, you download just an executable, which is a self-extracting file, the Office deployment tool. That you just run and extract two files, the setup exe and a example configuration file that you can use straight. And if you, when you extract it, you get a folder. I suggest to create a temporary ODT folder on the C drive, like I have here. And the biggest point here is that the setup exe is a universal installer. It does what you tell it to do, and that's done via the configuration file. The configuration file can be edited manually, or like Tara said, you have the Office customization tool where you can configure if you want the 64-bit, who would want the 32-bit version. You can choose the Office suites which you want to install. You can choose the application which you want to install or don't want to install, and the update channel if you want the current one or the latest or previous versions. All this can be set up here. I don't want to talk too long about this because you can look it up yourself. Also, there is a website of the overview of the Office customization tool, which contains a bit more information than the wizard itself. There are some parameters which are not set by the wizard itself. So to get to the list, a example of the installation from the content delivery network is like this. You have the configuration tag where is the client edition specified, the channel, the product ID, because not everyone is using the same product ID. There are several product IDs like a business retail, Pro Plus retail, small bus retail, and there are the volume licenses like mentioned here. The setup can download all the editions which are in retail or volume. You cannot combine the installer in one big package for volume and retail. You have to separate them. But you can put together all the retail versions, including 21, 24, and 365 in one package. You don't need multiple big packages. To continue. So what we need, like the first step, is the uninstall XML. You won't find this in many places if you don't know what to search for. And this has the magic word to remove all set to true. When you run the setup exe with the parameter configure and the uninstall.xml, which has this form, it will remove all installations, all previous installations of Office 2016, 2019, 2021. It even can remove the MSI versions, which are volume-based.
And this is where some people might start running into issues, whether like Microsoft Office is still open, maybe they're working on it, maybe they ignored your instructions, whereas like you told them to leave their computer on at night or something like that. That's where I feel like people might run into issues, is uninstalling the previous versions to get the new version on there.
Well, this is going to uninstall it no matter what the state.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Marcel.
Yes. It has the parameter to force up shutdown. But there is a small, tiny issue. If the user has a document open and the document is not saved, it won't continue because of the dialog, please save your document.
So Marcel, quick question, because in the XML, there is a checkbox that it says it's going to uninstall. What's the difference between that checkbox and what you're doing right here?
Truly, I don't know exactly.
Oh, okay.
Because I've always used this way. It was always working for me. And the uninstall, at least what I saw, can get stuck right at this moment where you need to close the application and the files are not saved.
Okay.
So that can explain this. But I always use this uninstall XML because for me, it was always the fastest way to remove previous installations. Even when you have systems you get from OEMs, which come with pre-installed multiple language versions, which is very common here in Europe, that you get the version with English, with Czech, Slovak, Polish, and sometimes also Hungarian. And all these editions are very time expensive to uninstall manually.
Okay, so I just got to hurry along just a little bit. So your script is saying, I don't care what you're doing, I'm going to uninstall you. Let's go to the next step.
Remove it all.
Yep.
And this way, I will now jump to the example I have here.
Okay. For
the CDN installation, because we can also install from a local installation and from an UNC path from the network. But I'm going to show these CDN version.
Okay.
Okay. The first step, you create a new, we are going to show it in Connect, but you can also use PDQ Deploy and Inventory to do this. In Connect, you have to set the timeout of the package to at least 60 minutes because it can take longer. Then the first step is to kill the running application, and that's done via PowerShell. We will share the script on the website, where you just check if the applications are running. If so, they get killed. What is necessary to do in this case is to set the error mode to continue. So if this doesn't run because there is no application running, it errors out, and you need to continue to the next step. Sorry, something reloaded here. The next step is then to upload the setup exe, the uninstall XML, and the install XML.
Okay.
Then you edit these two lines. You add setup.exe.configure uninstall XML. As I said previously, this will uninstall the Office application. The second line will install the new version as defined in the XML file.
Okay.
So that second line won't kick off until the first line completes the uninstall?
Yes.
Okay.
It will wait for
Okay.
the first line to finish. And that's all for this package. You can deploy it to a computer. I can show it later if there is interest, because I have here a device open which has Windows 11 and Office Professional Plus 2019 installed. So I will kick off this
Okay.
on my test device. Deploy.
How long are you typically seeing this deployment take to do the uninstall and install of the new version?
It all depends how fast the connection is.
Yeah.
Because
because this
setup
one's
does-
downloading all the information online
Yes,
from
you need
Microsoft
to
sources.
download all the stuff. But the installations takes maybe 15 to 20 minutes, not longer.
Okay.
It all depends on the system you are running.
Yeah.
So it's running in the background now, and in the meantime, I can show you the other packages, because there is one thing that is important to show, and that's the UNC is technically the same, but the XML contains the information where the installation files are located.
Mm-hmm.
And that's UNC. The source path is set to server install 365, just like an example. The important thing is, by default, Connect is not able to access a local server on the local network. And this is mostly used for the situations where you have 100, 200, many devices on the local network, and you don't want to saturate your internet connection. This way, you can tell it to pull the installation files from a local share. The only important thing is that Connect natively doesn't support this, and you have to do one thing, and that's in Active Directory environment, you set up a file share, Windows file share, and add the domain computer object to the permissions, so all the devices have access to this share. And that's a very simple thing to do in Active Directory environment. And this way, you will save a lot of bandwidth.
Okay.
But necessary. And now back to the last package, which uses a local installation. Everything is the same. The only difference is in the second step, where you create the folder, the temp ODT. Then you move the Office folder, which you have uploaded here in the bottom part, which contains all the files. The structure of the directories has to be maintained. That means the Office directory has to be created within the ODT folder. And then just the uninstall is run, and the install local XML. How you name the XML, it does not matter. It's up to you. But the file has to have the source path pointing to the location on C temp ODT. And this way, the upgrade will happen locally on the computer. But this is only for the case where you need to upload a modified version of the installer for some reason or some previous build that you need. But as I said, the important thing is you have to maintain the folder structure. Otherwise, it will fail.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's important to point out, like, you have these different installation options, whether you're using a network share or the CDN. Obviously, CDN is going to be great if you're targeting a truly remote device that is not on a local network with other devices that's going to be able to access, maybe over the VPN. It's not going to access a local or a network share or anything like that, So that just downloads the files you need, everything off the internet. Versus, if you're dealing with on-prem devices that can access a network share and you want to save bandwidth that way, great. Point them to that instead.
Yeah. So let's make sure we don't have any questions in the chat before we move on to Andrew. I see a couple. Let me just look up really quick. I think you answered the UNC path working with Connect. You did answer that. Drew, is there anything that he didn't answer? They were coming too quickly. Maybe you did answer them, Marcel. Okay, so just to clarify, Marcel did write a blog about this, so Drew will attach it to the description of the show so you can follow along. And I think I can speak for Marcel when I say if you have questions, hit him up in Discord, and he is always happy to help. Thank you so much, Marcel.
Thanks for watching this segment from PDQ Live. If you like this, you'll love the full show. Check it out every Thursday at 10 a.m. Mountain. Oh, and like and subscribe, please.